everyone, my name is Harshi and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Harshi Baldota and I'm a third year law student at JLC Mumbai. Well, if you have been following me for a while, you would know that I have been posting videos about strategy, tips, tricks and everything, how to prepare for a particular section of MHCET and stuff like that. This is a very different sort of video. This is the first time I'll be sharing my experience as an exam taker, as a 12th grader, then taking the exam and took the result date when I was declared as AIR 7. The purpose behind this is that you can put yourself in my shoes, imagine yourself giving the examination and maybe possibly rectify the mistakes you think that I have made. So because no one is perfect, I might have made a lot of mistakes that you can point it out and then you can improve on that. So yeah, let's go and see my journey as a 12th grader to the AIR 7. Okay, so I was a 12th grader when I decided I want to do law. So I enrolled myself in a coaching institute nearby and I was a commerce student. So I was doing my boards also and my CLAT and CET preparation together like hand in hand. So I joined in July 2019 for a coaching institute and I have been studying diligently since then, not very seriously, but I used to attend classes, I used to do the homework that they used to give, I used to solve worksheets, used to solve practice tests, stuff like that. Then that went on for a while, and in November or December it was released that CLAT and MHCET will have different patterns, different sort of examinations. So then there were two different sort of preparations that one needed to do, CLAT specific and MHCET specific. And at that time a lot of people left the MHCET specific preparation because they thought ki theek hai, CLAT hi dena hai like that. But I still went on with my MHCET preparation also because I knew that I either want to go to the top 3 NLUs or to GLC Mumbai, because top 3 NLUs is because those are the top NLUs, and GLC because it's closer to my home. I have seen that college for a long period of time. My commerce ka college, my 11th college was a minute away from GLC. I was in Jai Hind, so I have seen people working there, studying there, everything. So I always had this fascinating point of attraction for GLC, but not really that much as the top 3 NLUs. So yeah, that went on for a while till December, January, and then in January, since I was a 12th grader, I had my boards in March. I stopped my CLAT and CET preparation a lot, to a big extent, and I started my 12th boards preparation full core, hardcore, and used to only give half an hour or 1 hour to the law entrance preparation. Then that happened. I gave my boards in March 2020. Everything was fine till then. Then the COVID hit, and that's when the period changed a lot. Because initially the exam was supposed to happen in April. It did not happen. In May, did not happen. June, did not happen. And in the end, it happened in October. But we never knew that it will happen in October. So we had to keep on studying till, because there were constant postponements. They did not tell us कि March में ही नहीं बोल दिया था कि October में होगा. So we can take things easily. No, it was not the case. They used to tell us 2 months बाद में कि 2 month के बाद है, फिर August में है, फिर September में है, like that. So till that time I used to balance both the preparation. A lot of people left the CET preparation altogether and focused only on CLAT. I did not do that. I think that was the right decision that I have taken, because CLAT is a bigger competition. You don't know, and you cannot just rely on one paper. Maybe your day is bad on that day. Maybe something happens, you do not qualify. Even though you are smart, you do not qualify. What if then? So I kept on preparing for that. Then COVID hit, then there was lockdown. We all made dalgona coffees and stuff like that, Zoom calls, and still I was preparing only, because I was अगर top 3 NLUs नहीं है तो GLC चाहिए, because I was not in the favor of going to any private colleges. I did not even fill the form for that. I filled only 2 forms. I filled one for CLAT and another one for GLC, for MHCET. Okay, so then it was almost July, August when CLAT happened, and I gave my CLAT exam. The center was around 25 to 30 minutes away from my home, and that was the first, minded, that was the first paper of the new pattern. No one knew how the paper is going to be. No one knew, like no one had any predictions also, because that was the first paper, and it did not go well. So I was shattered, because the thing is, I only filled the form for these two exams. Now one is gone, and I did not even take any, like, backup admission in any degree course like BA, BCom, BA, like BBA somewhere in my college. So I had this, like CET, or I had nothing. So I knew that I have to give 100% to this, and actually that fueled my that gave me that drive to work hard for it. So then it was, the CLAT happened, the rank did not come well. It was around 1200. I would get like the tier 2 NLUs, but definitely not tier 1 NLUs, and I wasn't ready to go to tier 2 because of my personal reason. I did not wanted to go there. So that happened. Then there was CET. There was a 2-month gap. This happened in August, and then CET was in October, on October 11th. Okay, so it was 1 month to the examination. I was constantly preparing for CET also. I never gave up on CET because I had filled only 2 forms, and so I had to be like very, very prudent with that. So yeah, then 1 month it was like 1 month away from the exam. I used to give at least like 2 or 3 mocks per week. Used to analyze it like thoroughly, very, very thoroughly. Like, what is the thing that is like going wrong? What is the thing that's going right? If it is going right, should I actually waste so much time practicing this? Should I rather do something else? Everything. I used to analyze a lot. Then cut to like 1 week before the exam, I was like feeling prepared. You have like studied for so long, you feel prepared from inside. So I was like a little bit not overconfident कि हाँ मुझे सब आता है, but I was little bit confident कि हाँ मतलब I was like having faith, I was like having conviction कि हाँ मतलब अच्छा आ रहा है मुझे. And then it went on, and then it was like almost 2 days before the exam, 1 day before the exam, and at that point it was like hitting me. Abhi 2 दिन में exam है, this is my only shot of getting into college. And when I look back at it, it's giving me goosebumps, because I had not taken admission in any other course. Mind it, like if this did not happen, I would have to sit at home, or I would have to like pay tons of donation and get into a college. So I have always been a very like bright student that way. I scored a 95 in 10th, 94 in 12th. So and that would be a shame if I had to like do something of this nuisance and like pay donation and stuff like that. So there's your lesson 1, that at least have one backup. Do not have a situation like me where you do not have a backup at all. Have faith in yourself. I had faith in myself, actually I did not take admission anywhere. But don't have like so much faith and so much like you don't know, things can go wrong also sometimes. So that happened. It was 1 day before the examination. It was hitting me like crazy, and yeah, then it was like a night before the examination. I have stopped studying because I was like I was like already very, very saturated. I was like बस हो गया, मतलब पढ़ लिया, अब कितना पढ़ेगा कोई. But I then in the night I used to like watch YouTube videos of like monthly current affairs and stuff like that, because I couldn't read anymore. I was like saturated. So I used to watch videos and stuff like that कि हाँ इससे मतलब even if you're like putting 50% of your attention also, at least something is going in your brains. So that happened. Okay, so cut to the day of the examination. It was if you don't know, MHCET is conducted in 2 parts, in one in the morning and one in the afternoon, 2 slots. I was having the afternoon slot, so that meant I had to spend even like 6-7 hours more. I had to kill that time till the time of the examination. I was already like so anxious and so nervous. I wanted to like just get done with this now. So yeah, I did not touch the books again. I just watched the random like YouTube videos and stuff like that. And I did not want to sleep, because when you sleep again, you just like you feel like tired through the whole day. Then at least that's what happens to me. So I did not want to sleep. And yeah, then I gave the examination. I went to the exam hall full nervous, because again, as I told you, it was my only shot. I was too overconfident with that, so never be that overconfident. So yeah, and like whatever I have been studying all these like months, that came into the examination. The paper was little bit tougher. It was like it was speculated that the morning slot was easier, the evening slot was little bit tougher than usual, and little bit tougher than the morning slot also. So but in MHCET the marks are normalized, so that was not an issue. Even if the slot is tougher, your marks are generally normalized, and you like more or less get a decent score, like a fair score. My dad had drove me into the examination hall, and I was very nervous seeing everyone, because when you're giving your mock, they tell you that 15,000 students have given the mock or XYZ, but you haven't like seen those 15,000 students in like front of your eyes. Obviously like the 15,000 students are not in one center, but just seeing so many people, and that you realize that these people are like my competition. So that hits when you are going to the examination hall, when you are standing outside the center and stuff like that. I went to the examination hall, I gave the exam, and mind it, they like when you do logical reasoning and stuff like that, you won't get a lot of sheets. So be very conjuice with what sheets like you are getting. Don't like make bada diagrams, because I remember there was this one girl who was having like, she exhausted all the papers that she had like the opportunity of taking, and then she was like begging other people to like have the like one sheet from their set or whatever. So do not like be very conjuice in using the paper. And yeah, then the examination happened. Finally I was out of the center and I was like finally relieved, because I was preparing for more than a year. I started in July, I ended in October. Imagine, it was more than a year, and I was like constantly preparing. So yeah, and like for the last 4 months I had like even disabled my Instagram and stuff like that, so I had like no contact with the outside world. I came out of the examination hall, I quickly like downloaded everything, because I was having that urge ki bhai abhi, like it's been quite long since I have seen Instagram. So yeah, I disabled it for 4 months, and then it happened. And then like after more than a month, the examination results came. So it was November 28. I was just chilling around, and MHC. So the bad thing about MHCET is that they won't tell you when are the results. They just randomly, like very randomly, just announce the results like just like that. So and there's no portal as such, like it won't come in on your portal. जैसे CLAT में कैसा आता है, पूरा score card आता है, वैसा नहीं होता. You just like get that full list and you have to find your name in that. So that came on 28th November, and a friend of, and I didn't even know that it's been released. I was sitting with my cousins, and a friend called me ki you know what, results came, and she was about to tell me my rank, and she was like, oh no, better never mind, you just check it yourself. And she wanted me to check it myself, and I saw it, and I saw AIR 7 and Maharashtra State Rank 1, and I was like, I felt relieved, I felt happy, and more than anything I felt like like yeah, it's done now, I'm finally getting into the college I wanted to go to. So yeah, that's how it went. It was a very, it felt like a very long journey, because it went for more than 12 months, and it felt like a different, very different sense of relief to me, because I was having this constant pressure that where I'll be going, because I did not take admission anywhere because of my overconfidence. And yeah, but then I ended up here. So yeah, after November, the admission process took around like 2-3 more months, and the college started somewhere in March 2021. It was all like delayed because of COVID. And I just like a week ago I started with my 3rd year in GLC, and yeah, that's that's it. I'm having fun here. It's a very nice place to be in. It's not very hectic, but again at the same time the people around you, the environment around you is very ambitious, so you know you want to keep going. So I am quite happy, and to everyone who's dreaming to come here, to everyone who wants to come here, it's a very nice place. All the best for that, and I'll see you very soon on campus if you happen to come here. So yeah, that was my story from a 12th grader to a very anxious MHCET aspirant to AIR 7 of MHCET and to finally a third year student at GLC Mumbai. It's been quite a journey, and I honestly wouldn't have it any other way. So yeah, I am very excited for my third year now, and yeah, whoever comes here, I'll see you on. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And all the very best. It's less than a week to the examination. I hope you kill it. I hope you end up wherever you are dreaming to end up at. So see you to Dills.